All right, back with a fan favorite discipline. So I just like to be upfront with our discipline system and how it works in advance, just so people are aware and there's no surprises. First offense would be just a warning, so just a verbal warning. Second offense would be a little bit more formal, so it'd be a written warning that would be also sort of kept on file. I would send you an email, make it more formal. We would potentially discuss in person as well and talk about strategies for improvement. A third would be a suspension of 1 week, in which case we would definitely meet. We would talk about strategies for, again, for changing actions, improving what we can work on, what you're doing currently, what we can maybe could do better. It'll be a very collaborative process. I'm not someone who's just going to tell you did something wrong and expect you to solve everything yourself. Obviously, the onus is on you, but I want to work together to make sure we're setting you up for success and putting you in a position to succeed. And then fourth would be termination. So um, obviously there's a lot of discretion involved in this process. So if you are late by 5 minutes 4 times, you won't get fired. But if you were to do something like show up to work under the influence or something that's not going to be a verbal warning, that would go straight to a fourth offense. So I'll always use discretion as we hear this or go through this process. And I always want to hear your side of the story. So I appreciate people who are honest with me, tell me straight up what happened. If you screw up, I'd rather you just admit that to me than come up with an excuse that I have to decipher whether or not I believe you. I'm really big on honesty and respect, and I think if we're honest with each other, it makes this a much more worthwhile process for you for self-improvement and trying to find strategies for success. So all I ask is that we work together, be open and honest with each other if we work through anything like this. And then my big facts. So have fun, enjoy these jobs, take advantage of these being fun jobs, be on time. This goes a long way just because the person you're replacing probably is somewhere to be. If you run late, it impacts them. So it's a direct impact on other people and also the patrons. Say we can't open the fitness center because everyone's late, then that's going to impact a lot of other people's days. So being on time is very simple, but it goes a really long way. Communicate. I'd rather have you over communicate than not share something that might then snowball into something bigger. Service excellence is something sort of the level beyond customer service. So making yourself available for patrons, creating little wows, going out of your way to do something that is really going to impress somebody and make them feel good and welcome and included. And then I just ask that when you're here, it's a great break from your studies, from your classes, from other things that are going on in your life. So, take advantage of that. Give 100% while you're here. The shifts aren't crazy long. They're about 3 or 4 hours. So when you're here, I expect that you're working hard. And I do have high expectations, and I think that's because I want this to be something that's worthwhile for you, something that you're going to get something out of, work hard at, develop skills that are really going to benefit you after graduation. So I want this to be more than just a paycheck for you. I want you to hone in these skills that are really going to help you in whatever you go on to do next. So those expectations might be high, but I think for a good reason.